The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Ryan Wilkes here with the head tennis coach John Parker before taking on Union tomorrow here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Coach, you guys start off 0-1 on the season on both sides, but some competitive matches, especially Marnix Van Dalen in singles, takes on a ranked player in Joaquin Benoit. What do you think that meant for his confidence in a really competitive three-set match?
I think it did great wonders for his confidence. He's been playing really well all through the fall, I feel like, and this match it could have gone either way. In my opinion, it's just a matter of just 1-2 points here or there, and if he'd gotten maybe those 1-2 points, it would have gone his way, in the match. So, though he was a bit disappointed at the same time, after some time of decompressing after the match, I think he overall felt pretty good about his performance.
So at the beginning of the season, or coming back to campus after Christmas break, you guys kind of dealt with a little bit of weather there. Mm-hmm. Maybe had to take some time off for practice, but it seems like you guys stayed well tuned and ready to go. Even though that North Georgia match didn't go your way, it seemed like you guys were ready to play. What was that process like for you guys to get ready for the spring season, despite some of the roadblocks you face?
Well, it was a bit of a trying time because I feel like the amount of snow that East Tennessee got was kind of unprecedented, at least for at least the last decade. So I think everyone was probably in the same boat as we were in. So I was trying to convey that message to the players so they wouldn't get too anxious, and try to also stay calm as a coach, because sometimes I can get a little antsy too, not being on the court enough time, and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't freaked out. So we went indoors to Knoxville Racket Club. They're quite gracious facility, and just kind of let us practice in after hours. And so, to be honest, other than just the commute to Knoxville and coming back late, I don't think I don't think we really skipped too much of a beat as far as court time. Though, it's not outdoor tennis. It's not quite the same, but. North Georgia, that was our first match of the year, of the spring season. So, irregardless of how much court time we had before, I think no matter what, they would have been nervous. I was nervous. I was extremely nervous because, here's the new guy, having only coached women's tennis up in the Great North, where everything was indoors, and then also I didn't know, these boys and girls have quite a routine. We all have certain routines, and I didn't know how that was going to look, but it looked great. We start, like our warm up. They had a lot of energy going into the match. Everyone cheered each other on, and it was. The start of the match, it was great. I was pleasantly surprised, and happy about our performances during that. And we all knew North Georgia was going to be good, and I only want to play those types of schools anyway. I want Carson-Newman to move up in the rankings, and the only way we're going to do that is by playing good teams day in, day out. So, yeah.
So on the men's side, what are some overarching positives you saw against North Georgia, and what are some things that you kind of want to take or have taken in this week to kind of improve on?
On the men's side?
Yeah.
Okay, as far as the doubles was concerned, there's no lack of IQ with our boys playing doubles, singles as well. Sometimes we can get a little bit too careless. So I believe that if we can just stick to the basics, high first serve percentage, execute first volleys no matter where they're at on the court, if they're coming in for the baseline or if they're already up at the net, return, keep it conservative, keep it cross, keep it low. I think if we can work on those three areas day in and day out, I think we're going to greatly improve as a squad. And I think the boys are all on the same page with that, so lately we just that's the first thing we work on in practice. We work on those three areas, and then in the singles, again, there's no lack of IQ on our team for the men. It's keeping their emotions in check, controlling what they can control, and that's their emotions and their effort level. And so it's quite entertaining. It's been a while since I've had to coach men, or I think it was, back when I was coaching high school. Pretty much the same though. you have to rein them back a little bit. Give them high fives a lot. Keep encouraging them, and then keep their emotions dialed down a little bit. It was enjoyable. Girls, go ahead.
So looking at the women,
Mm-hmm.
you talk about getting ready to talk about the women.
Mm-hmm.
A ranked North Georgia squad, really impressive, especially at the top. They've got a couple ranked players. A couple tough results didn't go your way, but Surianchi gets her first singles win in the spring season. What did you see from her, and what did you see from the team overall?
What I saw from Surianchi was a competitor that I hadn't seen not through the fall nor through any of our practices. So she's kind of like our diamond in the rough. I don't want to elevate her and her hear this, this conversation, and then like, oh my gosh, I'm the next thing to slice bread. But her enthusiasm was perfect, was spot on, and she played within herself. Therefore, again, using her intelligence, being able to analyze her own emotions and figure out what's going on around her. So she did a great job doing all that. And as a tennis player, if you can keep your emotions in check, and then you're aware of your surroundings and not be so inward, you're going to do well, especially at this level. In fact, all the the girls from top to bottom, like the boys, their tennis IQ is off the charts. They're kind of like the Brock Purdy and the Patrick Mahomes of tennis, to be honest. They score well in that department as far as IQ. As far as the other girls, we stayed pretty competitive. I know some of the incoming freshmen that had to play, it was really tough on them, nerves and not knowing what to expect. With this match under our belt, I think going into our match tomorrow against Union and this weekend, like Cindy and, for example, I think she's going to really blossom as a player this year. Leah, she did so well in ITAs in the fall. She was competitive and she did a great job, but she had to play a rattlesnake, as I call him. It's just sometimes nothing much you can do. But I think moving forward, especially with those freshmen or any of our freshmen, the next hurdle, the next team is just going to be a little bit easier for them.
So what do you know about these Union squads on both sides? You know anything about them that you guys have been preparing for, and what's that preparation been like for you guys?
I don't know anything about Union. I hate to sound like that as a coach, because I know other teams, basketball or football or volleyball, you scout those teams out. I don't do much of that. I just know that it's not how you start the season, but how you finish the season. So I want to make sure we take care of the small details, like I was talking about with the boys squad, and the kind of the areas I want to work on in doubles. And the girls, we have our own things that we need to work on separately from the boys. And I just want to continue just working on those things. And I want to see those areas against Union, regardless of who they are, if they're ranked or whatnot. That seems kind of flippant, but I don't really care about the rankings. I don't care where the individuals are ranked on the other team. We just need to take care of ourselves, take care of our emotions, put in the effort, and good things will happen. Hopefully from that, win or lose. So.
Ryan Wilkes here with head tennis coach John Parker before the Eagles take on Union tomorrow here in Jefferson City, Tennessee, right here on the Eagles Sports Network.